Hello everyone, welcome back to ICT with Heather. Today we're going to be creating a chase game using Scratch. So far we've learnt to choose a background, change a sprite, how to use the keyboard to move your sprite and how to add a variable. Today we're going to do similar things by selecting a background, choosing two sprites, use the keyboard to move your sprite, play a sound, add a score variable and make new levels. First, we need to get rid of the cat. Then we're going to choose a backdrop. There are lots to choose from. I'm choosing the forest. Now I need a forest creature. I'm going to choose a fantasy creature. Something elf-like. There's lots here. I think I'll have Giga. Now we're going to add some code. We're going to use key code. Picking it from the events menu. I've picked when space key is pressed. And I'm picking two of them. Now I'm picking motions code. And I'm going to pick change X. Picking two of them. They're both the same. I'm changing the when the space key to right arrow. And I'm changing it on the other one to left arrow. Now I need to change the X. If I put a minus in front of the number, the sprite will move to the left. Oh, pressing a key, he moves left. Press the right key and he moves right. So what have we done? We've changed the background to a nice forest. We've added an elf sprite. And we've added code to make our sprite move left and right. The yellow code is events code. It tells the sprite to do something when his key is pressed. The blue code is motion code. It tells the sprite how to move horizontally. Minus numbers move left. Positive numbers move right. Watch the video to see what happens next. Right, I need to add some more movement code. I'm going to events and I'm picking when space key is pressed again. I get two of them. I'm making my code screen a bit smaller so I can fit it all on. It's a bit tight. I'm putting when right arrow key pressed on the right and I put in the when left arrow key pressed on the left. I move when space key pressed to the top and one below. I wonder if you can guess what these two keys are going to be. Changing the bottom one to down arrow and I'm changing the top one to up arrow. Now I need some motion code. If moving left and right is X, moving up and down is Y. So I'm putting change Y by 10. I'm changing the down one by minus 10 because if you have a negative number, you go down. Just trying to make it look tidy so I can fit everything in. I need more code for this sprite later. So, developing our game. Well done, you now have a background and a sprite that can move up, down, left and right. But as a game, that's a little boring. It needs something more to happen. We need to add another sprite for us to chase. Go down to the Sprite menu. I'm picking fantasy again. And this time I'm going to pick, what can I chase? I could chase a potion. Maybe, that looks good. I could chase another elf. Maybe lightning. No, I think I'm going to pick the crystal. It's a bit magical. I'm making the crystal a bit bigger so we can see it. There we go. Now we need some code. Go to events. When green flag is clicked. Now I go to control and I say repeat. I pick the forever control. Now I go to motion and I go to glide 1 second to random position. Press the green flag. Oh look, it's moving around the screen. So the magic jewel. We've added a jewel and made it a little bigger. We've also added some code to make it move around the screen. The yellowy orange code is an events code to tell the jewel when to do something. In our case, when the green flag is clicked. The orange code is a control code and it tells the jewel how often the instruction should happen. We've said to do it forever, so it needs to keep on going when the green flag has been clicked. The blue code is motion code and it tells the jewel how to move around the screen. In our case, it's just going to glide slowly each second to a random position, so it will keep moving to different places. Now we're going to make the jewel make a sound. We go to events and we say when green flag is clicked. Maybe not. Yep, when green flag is clicked. Now we go to control and we say forever. And then if then. But there's a funny hexagon in there. We're going to put, what shall we put? Can't find it. Sensing, there it is. If touching mouse pointer, no. If we're touching the crystal, so if Giga touches the crystal, we want him to play a sound. We're going to pick play sound, pop until done. There's a choice of pop, but you can record your own sound if you would like. So playing a sound. The yellowy orange code is events code and it tells the jewel when to do something. The orange code's a control code. They tell them how long to do things for. So they say to do it forever, but they tell them to do another instruction if they're touching the crystal. So the sensing code is the touching code. The sound code tells them when to make a sound. How to score your game. Your game has a sprite which you can control with keys. It also has another sprite, the jewel, which moves around the screen. You've created the code that tells the jewel to move constantly around the screen, and when it touches your sprite, it makes a sound. This is the beginnings of your game. Now, we need to make it score. We do this by creating a score variable. Watch the video on the next page to see how. Go to variable, click make a variable and type in score. Click OK. Score now appears in the variable code. Now pick set my variable to 0 and drag that and slide it underneath when green flag is clicked. Change the variable to score. Now click Change My Variable by 1 and slide it into the if code. It's not making a sound and the score's not changing. What have I done wrong? I know what I've done. I didn't change my variable to score. There we go. It's scoring. Variable code. To the existing sound code, we've added some variable code. We had to create a variable that we needed, in this case, score. This variable code sets the starting score to 0. The next variable code, change score by 1, increases your score every time the jewel is touched. Leveling up. All good games have more levels. Our next task is to add more levels. To do this, we need more code and more backgrounds. Watch the film to see what we need to do. You will need looks code. This will give you the opportunity to change the background. You can add as many backgrounds as you want. I go to the backdrop and I choose another backdrop. We've already got a forest, so maybe my next level should be something a bit like that. I know, I'll pick jungle. Now, how do I change that? We go to events, we pick when green flag is clicked. Now, go to looks, pick switch background to, and pick the first one you want, forest. Now go to control. There, I've picked wait until, and there's a hexagon shape. I'm going to pick an operator, a green bit of code. There we go. That'll slide into that hexagon. Now I need to put my variable into that shape that's missing. There you go. Wait until score equals 50. Now I go back to looks. Connect back to the bottom. I'm changing switch backdrop to jungle. Now I'm clicking the green flag. I start on the jungle. I need to move my sprite to try and catch the jewel. There we go. My score's going up. Can I get it to 50? I bet you'll be quicker when you play your games. There you go. It's changed. I've changed my level. So victory. All good games end with a victory message. Use the code below to add a victory message. It will play each time you level up. Can you create more levels? You will be using control, events and looks code to make your message appear. Go down to choose sprite. No, that's not quite right. Choose sprite and pick paint. We've not done this before. Pick text. There are a few different fonts you can pick. Have a look. I quite like the Pixel. I'm going to type level up. If you look on my backdrop to the right, you can see level up appear. Now I'm making it bigger. And I'm going to slide it down the page. That's better. Doesn't really go on that background though. I might change the colour. What will look better? I think a yellow. That'll stand out. Now go to code. We need to write some code. Pick events. Pick when green flag is clicked. Pick looks. Scroll down till you find hide. That will hide level up at the beginning of the game. Go back to events. Pick when backdrop switches to backdrop, and you can change that to jungle. Now pick looks. I'm picking hide and show. Show will go first, and then I'm picking hide, but I'll leave a gap because I want to put an instruction in between. Now I'm picking events. Where is it? I've missed it. I think it's in this menu somewhere. There we go. Gone past it. There. Wait 1 second. That's the one I'm looking for. So it says show, wait 1 second, and then I click hide. I'm going to change that to 2 seconds so it's on the screen a bit longer. Let's see what happens. There, I start in the forest. Chasing after my jewel. Can I get to 50? There you go. I leveled up and it says level up on the screen. Well done. You've worked through the steps to create your own chase game. I'm sure yours will be far more exciting than mine. How many levels will you create? What will you chase? I'm looking forward to seeing them. See you next week.